students. Hope you are doing well and staying safely at home. Today I am going to discuss the first chapter of your economics for 9th standard, that is the story of village Palampur. Before that, I would like to say that economics is the another branch of social science that has been added from 9th standard in your subject. Previously it was not there. So automatically the question can raise in your mind that why we need to study this subject, what is the purpose of studying this subject. So that I will discuss first. Economics is the study of how societies use resources to produce valuable commodities and distribute them among different people. So here two different processes are there. One is production process, another one is distribution process. And when we can make the balance in between production and distribution process, then only the economic condition of the people will be improved and their living quality will also be improved. And that is the ultimate goal of economics. The ultimate goal of economics is to increase the living condition of the people in their day-to-day life. Now let us come to the topic, the story of village Palampur. Why we are going to discuss about the village Palampur? What is the purpose of that? The purpose is to introduce some basic concepts relating to production, how the people are working there, which type of work they are doing, maximum the people are being engaged in, even all these things we are going to discuss. Palampur is a hypothetical village. Here it is, the hypothetical word is very important. Hypothetical village, the meaning is it is imaginary, it is not real, but it has been suggested or has been taken based on some ideal theory. And from that we would be able to understand the actual picture of the average villages of India. Okay. Next, farming is the main activity of this Palampur village. Maximum people, 75% of people are engaged in farming activity. Rather than that, some other non-farm activities are also there, which are small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc. 25% people are engaged in that. Next, about the detailed description of the village. The village has about 450 families. Among that, 80 upper caste families own majority of the land of the village. So scheduled caste, who are called Dalits, they comprise 1/3 of the population. Most of the houses have electric connections. See, this is very important here. It is not primitive village. It is a well-developed village having good electric connection. Electricity is used to power the tubewells in the field of our irrigation. Already I discussed that farming is the main activity, so they use electricity to irrigate the field. 2 primary schools and high schools are there, that is about education. A primary health center that is run by government, and 1 private dispensary is also there to treat the sick people. Now the overall view of Palampur village, what is coming here? It is a fairly well-developed system of, it is having a fairly well-developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, schools and health centers. So it is a very well-developed village. Average village of today's India are having this type of condition. Now I am going to discuss, as I told you, this is about the factors of production process. Economics is mainly related to and distribution process. So production process I am going to discuss. For any type of production process, there are 4 important factors are required. One is land, second is labor, third is physical capital. In physical capital there are 2 different, it can be different types of, it can be some are fixed and some are working capital. I will discuss in detail afterwards. And the 4th one is human capital. Human capital with that is called organization, also enterprise, that has been said. So let us discuss again land, labor, capital and organization. Organization means the human capital. These are the 4 factors of production. We can say it organization of production also. Land is the natural resource and that is very important for any production. Labor human skill and effort. Without it, it is not possible to go to the production process. Then it comes about the capital, physical capital, and in between that it is their working and fixed capital. Then it comes enterprise, that means the human capital, organizations where the human being together they're working for the production process. Land, it is one of the 4 factors of production. Other natural resources such as water, forest, minerals are also required with land. Labor, the human power required for any production process is called labor. Very important. Without human power, labor production is not possible. Labor can be classified mental and physical. See, mental labor, some people are those who are very highly educated, they are not being engaged in physical labor, but with their mental ability they are actually conducting the whole production process, and physical labor is also very important with that. Then physical capital, the third important factor of production. The variety of input required at every stage of production, what we are going to input for production process, that is physical capital, and it can be 2 types of fixed and working. See, fixed capital means it can be building, it can be machines, which once you will buy, it is not changing, it is fixed. And some are working capital. Working capital means it can be raw material from, or it can be raw material and it can be money also. Okay, see, this is buildings and equipments are working capital, and raw material as well as money is also coming in working capital because they are changing. So let us discuss the difference between fixed and working capital. Tools and machines, these buildings, these are known as fixed capital, and even the money and raw material are working capital. And these tools of production do not get exhausted easily and can be used over a long period of time, but the working capital do not last for long and are used up in production. Means each and every year it is required again to input the money or to input the raw material. Okay, see, money is one good example of working capital. Every year again it will be required. So I think you understood the difference between fixed and working capital well. See, now the 4th factor is, that is human capital. Human being, the people with their skill, with their knowledge, everything, they are ruling and they are actually conducting the whole production process. Human capital, actually they are different according to their creativity, their ability, their education, their knowledge or skill, and their experience. Different types of education, creativity, ability, different types of experience and skill is there. That is why human capital is very important. Variety of human capital is there. All the works cannot be done by one particular person. Different types of knowledgeable, different types of ability and creativity is required for doing different types of production process. See, without human capital it is not possible to add value with the natural resources and to create. The only human being with their knowledge, with their skill, with their creativity, they can add value to the natural resources, to any type of resources, and they can go to the extreme height. That is why they are called human resource, and that I will discuss again afterwards in the next chapter. This is the flow chart of production process, organization of production. See, land, labor and capital, physical capital and working and fixed capital, all are required to provide factors, inputs to. And then the human capital, enterprise and organizations together, they bring the output in the market as the producing the goods and services, and by this way the whole production process is going on. Understand? So all the 4 factors are required here for production process. I think you will understand now, students. There is the assignment for you. The first question: what are the 4 important factors of production? I think the answer is there with you: land, labor and capital, physical capital and human capital. Then explain all the 4 factors with example. You can take the help of your textbook also, and as I have discussed, I think you go through this, you will get the answer. Then differentiate between fixed and working capital, already I discussed. Fixed capital, that is once you will buy, it will be rigid, it will in every year it will be not required to buy again and again. Working cap, for example buildings and machines, but working capital every year newly it will be required, for example money and other raw materials. Then next question, what is the main activity of the people of Palampur village? Definitely it is farming. And how much percentage of people are engaged in this activity or in Palampur? 75% of people are engaged in that. How do the spread of electricity help farmers in Palampur? The spread of electricity helps farmers to irrigate the field, and they are helping to the small scale manufacturing also. So I will take the other parts, other topics of this chapter in the next session. Thank you.